Yo, Seemlytuber back at it again with another video. And, I'm gonna talk about in this video, talk a little bit about the status of things in the US and how the road that we're heading can lead to a dark path in the US's history that no one realizes fully the extent of the actions and the repercussions of the American people allowing these governors and certain people in government agencies to do the things that they're doing. See, it's a different thing if you're in the military and you signed up and you pretty much gave away some of your rights. You signed a contract and you gave away some of your rights. You still have most of your rights, but you don't have that freedom of speaking on everything that you want to speak on. There's certain people you can't talk about and certain things you can't say. Just point blank, period. But that is not the case for regular everyday Americans. You guys didn't give up your rights. You didn't give up the right to talk about certain topics. You didn't give up the right to go about your life and do what you want, quit your job whenever you want. You didn't go about doing that. You have pretty much been violated by the government at this point. And I don't really talk about these things because I don't really want to get into these topics, but I feel like I have to speak my mind on some of this stuff because at this point it's gotten a little bit ridiculous, and it doesn't matter who's in the presidential seat. It's not going to get better. We have allowed pretty much Democrats, and some of these Republicans are going along with it. We have allowed them to steal away the rights of American people and trounce on tradition and trounce on what it means to be an American. And you don't know the dark path that is ahead when we are allowing these things to happen, and we are going down this path and we are continuing to let things go how they're going. This is the path to pretty much communism at this point. You're stuck in the house. In some states, you're stuck in the house. Most people are out of jobs. 800,000 people a week are filing for unemployment. They're giving you a little $600 in unemployment. Maybe that's more than what you were making, but if that's not reapproved every couple of months, you're not going to continue to get that, and you can only get it for 30 weeks. And people have been out of work for 6, 7, 8 months now. Going on almost a year now. So you have been forced to stay at home. You can't go to work in some of these states. And even though some states are back to work, there are still 800,000 people filing for unemployment a day. A week. From what last reports was. Last week it was like 800,000. There's still 800,000 people filing for unemployment a week. These are not good numbers. This means that 800,000 people a week have been getting their rights stripped of them. They have been denied to go to work. They have been forced to stay at home. You're almost 1 million people are getting their rights trounced on. We are stripping America of what it was, even if it wasn't the most perfect place. It's better than a lot of places. Yes, there's things that we could change in America. There's plenty of things that could be done better. There's plenty of things that could change. There's plenty of laws that could be better. There's plenty of rights that have been trounced on by certain groups. There's plenty of people that haven't had their fair share of preferential or fair treatment in the legal system, but America has always been a place of different ideologies, different religions, different ethnicities, all joining together to form a place that anyone could go to and they could have the freedom to express themselves and be who they are, who they want to be. Search for the American dream. The American dream seems like they are stealing it away at this point, which is kind of baffling to me that everyone complains, but they won't leave here. You complain, but you don't want to go to these other places. You can't name off places that are better. You don't want to leave. You're not. You're not saying if there's a better place than where we are. It's quite funny and it's quite hilarious. I don't hear, or I don't hear any I don't hear any other ideas of what place is better. We ignore the injustices of these other places and we pretend like they are better than us when they are, if not worse. Like you can think about it. You could be in the UK right now, even though like we have a system that these laws are not supposed to be touching our constitutional rights. We could be in the UK where you don't have that. If they say you're going on lockdown, you're going on full lockdown, you're going on full lockdown. I don't think they have a system in place to where you have constitutional rights, to where you guys can fight what's going on over there. The full level 4 lockdowns they're doing right now. I don't think they have that. We have a system. We have the right to assemble. We have the right to bear arms. We have constitutional rights. We have the right to vote. We have constitutional rights that people are just allowing to be trounced on and are allowing to be destroyed and changed and just allowing them to steal away almost seemingly at this point. And no one is saying anything about it. You have one side of the aisle saying something about it, and then you have the other side that's not even saying anything about it. Yeah, we're talking about it on one side of the aisle, but the problem is the Republicans aren't really taking action, and we aren't demanding them to take action. And that's the problem. Even if we complain about it on one side of the aisle, we're not demanding action. At least when the Democrats say ridiculous things, when some of these far left Democrats say ridiculous things, they demand it. They demand something be done. They demand their crazy ideas get pushed through, and they almost seemingly do get pushed through. Maybe it's because they're demanding and they are putting pressure on the system. And I feel like we shouldn't be giving in to them. We shouldn't be giving in to the government system. It's supposed to be here for us. We are supposed to be, it's supposed to be, we the people are supposed to be leading the system. We elect these leaders. They should not be trouncing on our rights when we want our rights. We did not tell them to take our rights. They are doing it because they are power hungry and they have gotten used to this power and they think that it can't be taken away from them. It's high time we get back to what America was, even if it wasn't the greatest. That's what improving upon America is for. Not taking away what made America America. Yes, you could change laws. Yes, you can improve the police system. Yes, you can change. You could give tax breaks. You could do all this, and that. You can do things better, but you can't take away what made this place what it is. When you do that, what are we turning into? We're turning into what we're trying to get away from. It's like people want to go back to the old days where things were horrible. I just don't get it. We went from segregation. It's like people want to go back to segregation. You have schools doing, you got churches doing whites only churches. You got schools doing whites and black only libraries. Like, it's like people don't get what they're doing. You are going into an echo chamber. You are separating from each other, and that will not end well, especially for minorities. We're already at a disadvantage. We already hold really nothing in comparison to the wealth of other races. What will happen if we separate and we don't even get to hear the ideas and we don't even get the discourse of other communities? It's not going to end well. But I just want to take a little deep dive into this subject. I will probably be making more videos on this. I will probably be I'll probably do a series focused around this topic and these topics. I really wanted to get into this, and I really wanted to like put my ideas out there because I feel like we're going down a road, and it's going to be a road of no return. And I don't think some of the young people actually realize, some of the younger people, some of these people that are saying these things, I don't think they realize the repercussions of the things that they're saying. And you got to have that voice of reason in the young generation. You got to have that voice of reason to where someone in that generation is like, yo, you don't realize what you're saying. It's not going to end too well, but yo, I'm going to see y'all on the next video. I'm out with this one. Seemlytuber out. Peace.